It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Be the Father You Always Wanted. I'm Mark Clark, and today's episode talks about legacy. We recently lost my wife's great-uncle, Reggie, and we went to the funeral. My oldest, Sydney, she came. The other two, they opted out. And I'm glad Sydney came to this funeral because this funeral was all about the things that funerals are about. And it was a great reminder. Uncle Reggie was an amazing person. He was a family man first. He was a coach. He was a motivator. He's that guy, you know, the throwback who was that coach and teacher that everybody remembers, that had something to say to motivate everybody. Uncle Reggie loved to sing. He loved to dance. He loved poetry. He had favorite poems. He had favorite sayings that he shared throughout the years. So my favorite part of the service was when, you know, they allowed people to come up and share their memories. And just to see the impact that this man left on other people's lives by always demanding that he get the most out of you and that you be your best, and also comforting those who needed some encouragement and some motivation to keep going in a struggle. And it's almost like when those people talked to Uncle Reggie or when that part of life showed itself, that's when Uncle Reggie sprung into action and people shared their stories. One of the poignant ones for me was, because I think it's always about when you see men get emotional, there's something about that, especially older men. So walking to the microphone, this man in his 70s, early 70s, and he shared with us, he had a group of brothers that came with him. They actually drove to pay their honors to the memory of Uncle Reggie, who was their coach. And he told us a story about how Uncle Reggie, all of the players, he called my boys. And how when he was, this gentleman who now is in his 70s was in 7th grade, he couldn't wait to play for the high school team and be one of Uncle Reggie's boys. And he was so inspired by Uncle Reggie that he, too, became a coach. And he said when he became a coach, he invited Uncle Reggie to come, and he came, and he got the team so fired up, he said he wanted to put on a uniform and play. So that's what this funeral was for us. And, again, I was glad Sydney, my oldest, who was 16 at the time, got to see what it's all about. And what I realized, and I forgot, to be honest, about is it's really a funeral is a time to celebrate the life of the person that has moved on to the next plane. And a lot of times I've said it, I've heard people say it, when someone has a funeral and you go, man, I really don't do funerals. You know what I'm saying? I prefer to remember them how they were. And that's cool, but the whole purpose of the funeral is to celebrate the life, to maybe share a story that someone didn't know, even a family member, to really, for one last time, get together and talk about this person. And again, I'm glad my daughter saw it because it was a reminder for us and great information for her. And I think, you know, through the tears and the memories, we had a special moment. And for me, it also made me think about what's my legacy going to be? Who have I helped? You know, who have I served? Am I serving? Am I doing enough? Today, the day after, I was so invigorated. And I think it was because I had a new fire. Because understanding that your life is not necessarily all about you. It's really about serving. And Uncle Reggie's funeral was a great reminder. So I want to dedicate this one to Uncle Reggie Lee. Thank you, my brother, and thank you for the memories. And for everybody listening, let's remember to serve. Thanks for listening.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. You know what's slower than a pace car? Waiting at the car wash. That's when I fire up Chumba Casino. It turns those slow minutes into fast fun. With new games every week, you'll never get bored. Next time you're stuck in the slow lane, speed up with Chumba. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.